The Great Pumpernickel Mystery. It was a crisp autumn evening in Bunnyland, and Halloween was just around the corner.
Hey, Nay. Nay.
Yes, Muffin?
Is this gonna be a scary story, Nay?
Well, it's supposed to be, Muffin.
Well, I'm little Nay. I'm supposed to be scared, Nay.
Okay, hold Little Brown's hand. It was a crisp autumn evening in Bunnyland, and Halloween was just around the corner. The trees were shedding their leaves in golden and fiery hues, and the air was filled with the faint hum of industrious hummingbees. Muffin the Great, the ever-regal bunny who ruled over Bunnyland with a fluffy paw, stood on a hill overlooking her vast domain. She held a karoot in one paw, her eyes gleaming with pride.
Karoots.
She mused.
The most magnificent of all vegetables. If only everyone could appreciate them as much as I do.
Below the hill, Lil Brown, the fuzzy little bear, was chatting, or rather murmuring, in his incomprehensible murmur language with the hummingbees. Esby, his loyal emotional support bee, buzzed excitedly around his head, ensuring all was well. Ba, the sheep, ever the narcoleptic, was fast asleep, standing up. And Snowy, the silent brown bear, simply nodded in agreement, telepathically, of course. The evening would have been perfect had it not been for the sudden, mysterious appearance of a towering orange figure near the edge of the enchanted karoot fields.
The Great Orange Pumpernickel gourd,
whispered Muffin with dramatic flair, her eyes widening in surprise. This gourd, legend had it, only appeared on Halloween night, when something unusual was afoot. And unusual it was, for the tiny karoot seeds planted earlier that day had vanished without a trace. Nom Nom, the organized and meticulous beaver, who, with the help of Mercy M. Oos, had charted every seed's location, was beside himself with worry.
This is disastrous. No karoots mean no karoot stew for the celebration.
Nom Nom muttered, gnawing on a nearby stick for comfort. Muffin twitched her nose, her royal detective instincts kicking in.
Something strange is happening here in Bunnyland tonight, and I, Muffin the Great, shall get to the bottom of it.
As Muffin rallied her friends for an investigation, Cindy Bobindi, the Canada goose, honk, honk, gathered her flock of companions, Jeffrey the turtle, Silly Lily the squirrel, and Oreo Kitty. Together they waddled, scurried, and padded through the forest, keeping an eye on any suspicious activities. Natty, the wild blonde-haired human from Kanakanak, joined in with her peculiar garden dancing skills, her arms flailing and her feet stomping on the ground as she spanked the worms and tickled the karoot seeds. "Hands in the air like you just don't care," she yelled in rhythm, while the Bunions, the countless little bunnies, hopped around her, suspiciously monitoring her every move.
Hey, Nay.
Yes, Muffin?
I got a question, Nay.
Yes.
See, now you said something wrong. Now you said you were a human. Now you're a radio.
Okay, Muffin. I'm a weirdo.
Duh.
Meanwhile, Samuel O. Wise One, wearing his glorious magical robe and his shiny black wizard hat reflecting the autumn moonlight, cast a spell to track down the missing seeds.
Oh, I sense an aura of mischief,
he said, raising a dark eyebrow and peering into the night, eyes squinting suspiciously behind his glasses lenses.
Could it be the feeyoders?
Muffin suggested. The feeyoders were birds who lived in Section 8 Tweez, the towering evergreen trees by the lake. While normally harmless, they had a habit of borrowing things from the residents of Bunnyland.
And they don't pay rent either. Let us not jump to conclusions.
Samuel O. Wise One advised.
We must consider all possibilities, including Bob.
Ah, yes, Bob. The elusive black cat with more jobs than anyone could count.
Bob got jobs.
Bob was often the solution to problems or the purveyor of employment opportunities in Bunnyland, but getting a hold of Bob was no easy task. His numerous cousins, the Bobbies, scattered across the land doing Bob's various jobs, were equally hard to track. Seeing as they were all always dressed in black fur, they were pretty darn good at hiding in the shadows. At that very moment, a rustling came from behind a stunning large oak tree, rustling its fall foliage in the breeze. Out stepped Bob, calm as ever. "Meow. I hear you're in need of my services," he said coolly. "But I didn't steal the karoot seeds, if that's what you're thinking. Meow." Muffin glared, trying to read Bob's expression. It was always so hard to tell with him.
Then who did?
"Hoo! Hoo!" hooted Ollie the owl, who happened to be eavesdropping from the limbs of the oak tree. Ollie was well known in Bunnyland for being quite the nosy little owl, always listening in on the goings-on of all the animals, and somehow she just always seemed to know where and when to gather the latest gossip. Bob motioned to the towering figure of the Great Orange Pumpernickel gourd and said in his smooth voice, "Perhaps you should ask that one. Meow." The group turned, eyes wide, as the gourd suddenly shifted and spoke in a deep, rumbling voice.
I didn't steal your karoot seeds. I was protecting them. You see, the freeloaders love to swoop in and eat them for their midnight snacks. And I couldn't let them ruin your Halloween harvest.
The mystery unraveled. The Great Orange Pumpernickel gourd wasn't a villain. He was a guardian. And with Bob's help, they retrieved the hidden seeds, all safe and sound.
And besides,
Continued the Great Orange Pumpernickel gourd,
it gets lonely and boring waiting for Halloween. So I thought I'd pop by and join in your fun. Oh, and by the way, my given name is Gary. You can call me Gary.
In celebration of the solved mystery, Muffin declared a grand Halloween feast. The karoot stew was prepared by the industrious Bunions with a little help from Natty's worm-spanking dance. The feeyoders, feeling a bit guilty for their past transgressions, offered to provide entertainment by singing hauntingly beautiful songs from the treetops. The evening ended with everyone, including the Great Orange
Nay, he said to call him Gary Nay. Sheesh, didn't you hear him? Oh yeah, you don't have big beautiful ears like I do, Nay.
with everyone, including Gary,
About time.
gathered around a bonfire. The friends enjoyed the night, eating s'mores and karoot stew, laughing, dancing, and enjoying their friendship. Muffin naturally took credit for the whole affair, raising her voice to make sure everyone knew how she, Muffin the Great, had solved the mystery, well, with a little help from Bob. As the night wore on and the autumn wind gently blew, Gary stood watch over Bunnyland, ensuring that this Halloween and all Halloweens to come would remain as magical and mysterious as ever.
Hey, Nay. Nay.
Yes, Muffin.
Hey, Nay, when I go trick-or-treating and stuff, you think they give me some carrots instead of candy? Because I don't want no candy. I want carrots.
Well, you gotta be a good little bunny, Muffin.
Well, duh. I'm cute and sweet too, Nay.
Okay, Muffin. Help me say Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween, Nay. Get it? Happy.
Thank you for listening to Memoirs of Muffin the Great. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe.